Howdy, Eyeball here, and welcome to another episode of Factorio with Arumba's Angel plus Bob Mosspack. So I'm headed out to the outpost to reconstruct it, repair, rebuild, yet again. So I noticed that one of the biters' nests was creeping closer, so I figured I'll just go out and destroy that one real quick, then head on back. I'm gonna leave a little surprise for the next wave. Hopefully, that'll hold back a couple of waves. So, since I've got this constant attack down there at the outpost, I thought it was time to go ahead and put up a radar system on the east side of the base, just in case they decided a preemptive assault. At least I should be able to see them coming, maybe. So, now that I've got the three basic resources, should be able to start up a decent main bus line and get some production started again. So the first thing I'll set up is the yellow belts, and then we'll head back into the main base, take a look-see about what needs to be looked into. So I'm going to leave myself enough space for growth. More than likely, this is just a temporary area to set up some basic build functions. It's like the whole base throughout the whole project is always temporary. Everything is always subject to be dismantled and rebuilt. So I'll set for 500, and then I'll head into the smelting area while that accumulates. So I still need to keep a lookout about what's going on with these bottlenecks. So in order to try and get more production out of that sulfur, I'm going to triple the production, hopefully, by adding 3 advanced chemistry factories. And due to the thirstiness of those, I'm going to have to, I believe, quadruple the, oh, I forget what it's called. But it's where you take the purified water and turn it into hydrogen and oxygen. So I'll do my best to get these buildings in there, snaking them. I want to also upgrade upgrade the electrolyzers, but upgrade to a Mark II. So I'm checking out the oxygen production, which is mainly what I need, and it's not going to be able to one electrolysis. It's not going to be able to handle it. So I set up 4. And with the overproduction of the hydrogen, I'm going to set up a void on it later when I realize. So I'm trying to work out the system to get it jump started. I don't know, or I haven't sat down and trying to figure out where exactly the bottleneck is at. But it seems to be eating up a lot of the purified water. So I added a second hydro plant to keep up with the demands. So I'm pausing here for a little bit so I can check to see what the ratio was like, to see how much sulfuric acid was actually being outputted. So it's time for me to finally tap into the light blue raw resources here. I wanted to use a train to track it over, but there just wasn't really a spot to create an outpost up here. And considering that this is pretty much north of the base, not really out there. So I'm going to run 2 yellow lines to a red belt and just ship that 1 red belt over. That should be plenty for now. So while I'm building the red belt, I'm going to go check out on the outpost. And by the time I get this repaired, I should have enough red belt to belt the light blue on over to the ore crushers. Running. It really would be nice to be able to add concrete down, so the whole running back and forth of the base wasn't so bad. Now it's kind of sad right there, the fact that I was 1 space off from being able to drag a perfect line across. But everything else I pretty much just moved out of the way. And then pretty much I just made it happen. Like, you're getting over there one way or another. Oh, looky here. 1 free line. that going. And yay, we have copper again. So I was going to run back to the base and start rebuilding the circuitry, but I figured it'd probably be better to take care of the biters, so I would at least have 30 to 40 minutes of uninterrupted time so I can build. So I'll go ahead and take out the biters' nests that are closest to the base on the south end. If I ever get lasers, I'm turtling. If you don't know what that means, it means I'm just going to build a wall of gun turrets and lasers and just enjoy my time behind the wall crafting a factory and venturing out into the safari lands to take on the biters at my own accord. Not when they demand it, but when I want to. So basically what I'm figuring is that the enormous spitters shooting their elemental splash damage is what's taking out most of the belts and the turrets. It's like everywhere I go, it's an onslaught. Well, it looked like I was short on steel there, so I'm gonna have to go pick up some steel so I can rebuild that roboport. As long as well replace everything else that they destroyed. So I'm gonna lay down the broken gun turrets to let the robots repair them. So I don't have to do it. So I was gonna let the robots repair all that, but I forgot to grab the robot. So I just threw the roboport back up there. But now that I have all the appropriate assemble machines, it is time to rebuild the circuits. So I'm going to do this in a different way. previously did. First off, so I don't need the brown boards throughout the hole. So the brown boards, white boards, and resins are pretty much gonna stop after the circuits. So can anybody tell me what I did wrong here? Anyways, that's it for today, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.